Welcome back to another typical PNW guy YouTube video. As you can see, I have my M&P M2.0 Compact Optics Ready out. It's been a very popular firearm on this channel, and it has honestly been one of my absolute all-time favorite pistols. But I took a shower after a 14-hour and 45-minute day to do some dry fire practice once I got dressed, and everything was good, and it started rattling and I could not figure it out to save my life. So you hear that? It is just enough that it was driving me nuts, and it ended up being the optic. So I don't know if I can catch it. Let's see if the camera will focus. There we go. So you hear that little rattle? So come to find out, my witness mark, if you can see, still good, and held the plate, and it didn't rattle. So I pulled the optic off, and let me show you. Now that the optic is off, you can see, if you look really close, the top of the screw heads are at the top of the plate, and one of them is just a hair taller. So what it was doing, and granted, this has been like probably 500-ish rounds, but a few thousand dry fire slide racks, is those screws have backed out. Yes, they were torqued properly. I had a gunsmith that I know and trust. He has this exact same setup, same plate, same optics, same pistol, same light, same everything that he's had for many years, running just fine. And well, they backed out. So next step is to clean out the screws themselves and the holes, and we're going to try blue Loctite, or there is a product called Vibrite, and might try that. It's kind of like Loctite, but for things that vibrate or rattle. Talked with a buddy, Hoodlum, on Instagram. He runs the Shooting the Shit podcast, which I also really like. He actually said he uses that product on all of his optic screws. So this little screw right here, if my camera can pick it up, that little screw right there, these two screws right here, pull them out, clean them, get all that oil off of it, put the Vibrate on it, and then let it sit for the 24 hours, and hopefully that fixes it. Because as of right now, I mean, I can use the irons, but at 10 yards roughly from one end of my downstairs to the other end, the point of impact shift that I was getting with the dot was like 6 inches. I'd pull the trigger and it would just one way or the other, just based off of whatever it, like, because it would rattle left and right. So obviously not reliable as a carry pistol right now, so need to order that stuff. But technically, dry firing broke my pistol. So if you haven't broken anything dry firing or shooting, have you really done it enough? But with that, Brownells, that's where I got the light, that's where I got the optic, that's where I got the pistol, that's where I got the sick patch, and hit them up. BOP10 saves you 10% on most orders over $150, and as always, peace. Also, go drink some water.